Spiffy Guy, and I'm here with a gear video to talk about my chest pack here. There's a thread on Bushcraft USA talking about the ultimate chest pack and how a lot of the commercial offerings don't quite meet the needs of what people are looking for, and you kind of need to make your own, which is what I did. And so I was just kind of showing off what I put together here and some of the things that I'm liking and not liking, and hopefully it'll give somebody some ideas on how to make their own and some features to include so you can learn from my mistakes. So many of you may have seen the Search for David Dewey videos. When I went out to Quiver River looking for that gravesite, I wore this and just a water bottle, and I was pretty happy. I thought it worked out well. There is a few things that I'll need to change on this, so I'll bring the camera and show you a little closer. But right off the bat, let me show you how it looks. This thing is stuffed to the gills with a lot of gear. You'll see that once I take it off, I got a lot of stuff in here. One thing that I'm planning on doing, and just keep in mind this is a prototype, is I need to make this back piece a little bit longer. I'm kind of a fat guy and I need it a little lower to kind of come around on the sides. I don't think I'll need a separate suspension to kind of hold it in. It doesn't seem to really flop. It's nice and tight. This piece I think needs to be a little bit longer. If I was to make a final version of that, I would make this material out of some sort of 3D mesh material to give good circulation on the back. So let me take this thing off. I'll bring the camera in and I'll show you some of the stuff that I got going on. Alright, so let me just preface by saying that this is a prototype. This was just mainly to see whether or not I like the idea of a chest pack. I scrounged together parts that I had, so these Fast Tech buckles right here are probably way overkill for what I need on this thing. But it's what I had available and I didn't feel like buying anything. All of this is hand sewn, as you can see here, and it's made out of this cotton duck cloth. You can buy this stuff for about $5 a yard or so up at Joann's, and it's nice stuff to work with. In theory, it's pretty tight weaved, so in theory you could come back and apply like a wax coating or some sort of oilcloth to it to waterproof it up if you want. I probably, if I'm going to make one for continued use, I would probably go out and get some Cordura and stuff like that. But essentially, what you have is you have two zippered pouches with a divider in the middle. In the back, you can see we have a map pouch, and that part would sit next to your chest there. It's got the little clips. I used just some gauze grain material. It's nice and light and fairly strong. And then I used the regular, just cheap strapping material. In fact, I didn't have any thin straps, so this is actually just cut in half, and then I melted the edges. It's pretty ghetto, but it works. The nice thing is I put these little straps on the side here so I can clip my knife on the side and not have it up on my belt. I put these two little loops on the bottom here so I could clip up my GPS there and let it hang, and it would be out of the way. On the side here, I put a compass pocket. I think if I was to do it again, I would make this pocket a little bit looser and put a flap on there. Right now, it fits this Sunto compass, but if I had a bigger one, it wouldn't slide in there. So the front is basically just kind of a dump pouch here. I got a lot of stuff in here. You see I got wipes, I got a tripod, I got a big heat sheet survival blanket, little first aid kit. I got a bunch of paracord. I got, just stuff. I got food. But these zippers I bought at Joann's as well. And all this was hand stitched using a back stitch. And then on the some of the edges of the right here, I did kind of a blanket stitch along the edge there. But we've got two pockets in the front. And then I put this little gauze grain material, so when you're holding it, it won't flop down too far. And I think that's an important feature there if you're going to do that. On the interior, it's pretty simple as well. We've got a couple pockets on the back portion. Once again, I got some stuff in here. Jute twine, water purification tablets, space blanket, head net, and then I put a little organizer with some just elastic cord, just kind of haphazard in there. And you can see I got a lot of stuff. I got lighter, ferro rod, pens, pencils, sharpener. I got my whistle and a little antibacterial. And once again, I did the gauze grain here to keep it from flopping too far forward. The whole thing it seems kind of big and bulky, but it's not really too bad once you kind of get used to it. The concern is that you won't be able to see your feet, and I'm a fat guy, so I don't see my feet anyway. But it's not that bad. Now I kind of based this off of the Hill People Gear kit bag and the Recon bag. Those are designed for a conceal and carry, and so they have like quick zippers that you can pull out and get your pistol out real quick. I don't need to carry a pistol, and I wanted something that had a little bit more organization to it. So that's what I came up with here. Now in theory, you could get rid of this middle piece and just have one single dump pocket, and skip the organizer if you wanted to, put a couple pockets in there. You could even, and this is a thought that I may do on the next one, put a MOLLE panel on the front, and or slip your map pocket on the front instead of the back if you're worried about your maps getting all sweaty being up against your chest. So putting a MOLLE here on the front would be kind of interesting, that you could put a first aid kit with the Velcro quick release, that sort of thing. Another option I thought about was to put sort of straps, adjustable straps down here, loops that I could put my USGI poncho across there and fold it up, and you could pretty much get a full shelter kit out of that if you wanted. Another option is on the back panel here, as opposed to going full mesh, you can MOLLE that up as well and put things that you wouldn't need to get to when you were hiking, like a small little bag or something that you could carry, a tarp and some basic shelter material, and really have a nice minimalistic small loadout. As you can see, I got a lot of gear here, and I cover most of the C's that are required. I've got my cutting combustion. You can make a shelter out of this if you needed to. This is, I got 2 space blankets in there, so we're good and we're covered. So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm still working on it. There's a few things that, like I said, I may want to change here, but it's a nice compact little form. I think I may dump the organizer though, just because things kind of fall out and things are loose in here, and they're just not working the best. Just to give a little insight to the construction here, this is essentially one piece. So I had the whole piece here that went across, and then the pocket sewed on as well. So basically one piece, and then this side piece that went up right here, this is one piece as well. And then I said I just sewed the divider in there. The divider, having the 2 different pockets, gives you a lot more space, but it makes it a lot wider, and that's a concern. My sewing machine doesn't go through this duck cloth really well, especially once you start folding it up to keep the seams from fraying. So that's pretty much about it for the chest pack. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave them below. And until the next time, go out and have your own adventure.